Okay, today's piece is On a Clear Day by Corey Reeder for solo piccolo. And this is from 2017. Really, it's older than I thought. Um, I thought this was like I did see a solo piccolo piece of Corey's um, when I was in Denton during my doctorate, but I don't know if it was this piece. I'm assuming it was, but the score looks a lot more active than what I heard. So maybe this is a separate piccolo piece. I and also like 2017 is quite early, right? I think the piece of his that I heard would have been later, and I can't even remember if it was a piccolo piece or a flute piece. But anyways, this is the score I downloaded. It's not clear who it's dedicated to, if anyone. And there's two staves, so one is for unvoiced and one is just marked voiced. So I'm not sure the distinction. I guess we'll find out when we hear it in context. Uh, okay. Yeah, so it is performed by the same flautist, Elena Clarice, and it's 2019 in this album, not 2017. So I guess I did hear this live. Um, it's a longer piece, 12 minutes. I remember it having a lot of silences and being very quiet. I can't remember if Corey was happy with the performance, um, but I felt like it was quite psychedelic. Like it was the most extreme piece of Corey's that I'd heard up until that point. The album that this is on is called Texas. So I guess this it's a series of albums that he made in Denton, Texas. There's 13 volumes so far, and this is volume 2. So I think they're somewhat chronological. And yeah, he made this album after 5 years of living in Texas. Maybe he released all of these volumes at once in 2023, sort of like to celebrate completing his doctorate or something. But anyways, Corey recently got a appointment as a professor at Bard College in New York. So he is no longer living in Texas as of next August, shortly after this episode is releasing. So um, yeah, maybe this is a good time to be revisiting this stuff of his. Um, if you are watching Corey, congrats on the job. That's a really great news. I hope the contract continues to be renewed. This is On a Clear Day. Hey, yeah. So with this score, I think I do remember Elena premiering this piece, but this recording is a lot more polished than that performance, I think. And it's also close mic'd, so it's a very different experience than hearing it in a hall. But now that I've seen the score, I can say that this is a lot closer to the score than what I remember Elena playing years ago. Um, this unvoiced stuff uh, is really it's an interesting technique. It's also not well described in this score because there's no front matter. But it's clear that Corey wants like this very specific sound and this very specific technique of playing that gives you this sort of unpredictable um, creeping in of like upper partials and um, yeah, it's very distinct from the conventional playing, which is in the voiced stuff. There's also like bisbigliando and whistle tones and certain partials you have to bring out rhythmically and stuff. So yeah, it's quite an undertaking. Obviously, lots of silences. This whistle tone section at the end ends up taking up like 3 minutes of the runtime, maybe more. Um, so yeah, it is a very extreme piece, and I think Corey, I think he has certain standards and really spends a lot of time working with performers. So yeah, that was on a clear day. Tomorrow we have a piccolo piece by another Wanda Weiser composer, and then might have a third piece with piccolo that will close off the series. Yeah, the day after tomorrow I am flying to New York, so I may or may not be able to record that one on time. It depends if I can do it on one of my layovers or something, because I'm going to the airport straight after work. So, yeah.